Are we on the YouTubes? Is that what's going on? Cool. Well, guess what? We are live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Algorand Let's Algo live stream with Frugal BC. I got a really interesting show for you today. And before we get to that, and I will mention it later in the stream, do make sure to check out the links in the description. If you're watching after the fact, we've got a lot of cool deals. My favorite one right now is the Lofty AI one, because if you sign up through my referral link, we both get 25 bucks towards some Lofty real estate. So go check that out. Yeah, we're going to look at some news, kind of taking a little different approach to the news today. Before we do that, we will look at some crypto charts, and also we will answer your questions. So make sure to leave questions in the chat. And I wish I could put that in there beforehand. But make sure, yeah, I can't put it in the chat while I'm live. Yeah, if you leave your questions in the chat, we can answer all your questions. So yeah, interesting week this week. Kind of slow on Algorand news, I thought. Nothing really came to my attention naturally when I did a little research. There's some partnerships. We'll kind of talk about that. I think everyone's a little sick of hearing about that, but I do think they're important. As I said with a different crypto YouTuber this week, you know, they had a video about why those things are important, and I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. So anyway, I appreciate everyone tuning in. I guess we'll just get right to the crypto charts. I don't know what's coming up this week. Someone asked me to do, they were going to ask what things people wanted covered on the live stream, and one person said about Algo DAO. I don't know a lot about them, but I thought that would be a better video for an actual standalone video, so I might do that during the week. But one thing we're going to talk about today is we're going to look at Algorand gaming, because there's a lot of cool developments. I happened to come across a post. It was kind of an update from the Algorand Gaming Guild about all the cool projects coming up on the Algorand gaming ecosystem, and there's some pretty cool stuff that we're going to cover today. So we'll get to that. Why don't we head over to the charts? Let's just look at the total Bitcoin chart. I'm going to talk a little bit about Celsius too, just to change it up a little bit. Most of it's going to be about Algorand, as it always is. Yeah, Bitcoin pumping up. All the cryptocurrencies kind of pumped up at least a little bit this week. We saw Bitcoin pop up about 4% on the week, a little bit today. Ethereum did even better, 9%. It's back in that 1,200 territory. Remember, it hit sub 1,000, which it hadn't been for a long time. Look at Binance too. Binance coins really raised, as did XRP. Solana really went back up a lot. Actually sold off some Solana. I sold it to Algo. I was just like, you know what? I believe in Algo. I really would put my money behind Algo. So I sold a bunch. It's not financial advice, just saying what I did. Shiba Inu had Dogecoin. Dogecoin had a pretty big week, and so did Shiba Inu. That's kind of crazy. That's an Avalanche. Look at Avalanche at 27%, or Polygon, 57%. I got a little bit of Polygon, but it's on Celsius, so much for that. Uniswap went up. Chainlink went up. I got some Chainlink. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, a lot of them did pretty well. Oh, yeah, my Cosmos went up 20 almost 26%. It's good to see. I'm a big fan of Cosmos. Got some on. And then, yeah, 29th is Algorand. Went up 9% on the week. Just a teeny tiny bit today. That's not too bad. I'm okay with that. Because we did get into the 20-cent range, which is kind of crazy. I wish I could really remember exactly what it was when I bought it, but I think it was around 30-some cents when I first bought it. So it's crazy to think we could go below that. Yeah, we won't go too much farther down. I like to stick with the top 30 or wherever we end up with Algorand. Algorand's been kind of sticking in the top 30, usually between 25 and 30, and this is by market cap, as you can see. It's pretty tight in this range. You can see Bitcoin Cash is just a little bit behind, and Ethereum Classic is just a little bit higher. We should really be ahead of Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic, because these are spin-offs of the main chain, and ones that, you know, aren't really that popular as far as I know, but they must be somewhat popular because people are using them, right? So why don't we switch over to tiny charts? Let's see here, pulling it up. So I'm going to go back. We're going to talk about some of this stuff on the top in a second. Well, let's talk about, yeah, Yieldy went down a little bit today and a little bit down on the week. We haven't had a good price action for Yieldy. It's been slowly going down. Algorand did okay. Looks like it kind of finished almost even, if not a little. I really wish they gave that percentage for the 7 day. I think that would be awesome. But hey, I'm not complaining. We got our own tiny chart, so that's good. Cosmic Gold down a little bit on the day, but it looks like it went up on the week. Some Cosmic Gold news. Cosmic Champs news this week. They launched their NFTs, and their I believe starting round 2 now is coming out soon. Round 1 and round 2 of their NFTs are whitelisted, so you had to get on the whitelist, and to do that, you had to do various things on Discord. I really hate. I've said this on the channel before, but I really hate Discord. I think it's such a pain in the butt. I just don't get why people like it. And maybe it's just me. I don't understand it. It just seems really hard to use compared to other stuff. It's like hard to see even where the scroll bar is, but then like it doesn't smoothly scroll. It scrolls between, it scrolls in a weird way that always throws me off. But anyway, I'll get back to the charts here. Zone up a little bit today. Kind of looks like it finished down. Ships had a good week. Up a little bit today, but super high gain on the week. Planets have been doing good, and that's on the way down. As says DeFi token. Algo Dex down. It's like Algo Stake had kind of a roller coaster this week. It kind of ended up where it started, but it went up a lot in between. Interesting. And then Oculus is up a little bit today, but it looks like it finished the week down. So interesting developments. Bitcoin is still making the popular sentiment. It was on trending just a little while ago. It's gone now off of there, but you can see a lot of eyeballs on it. If you don't know about this was a guy who wanted to demonstrate just how easy it was to make an ASA, and it really is really easy. I've been wanting to do a video on that. I don't want to just make a coin for no reason. Like I want to have some kind of purpose behind it, but part of it, I just want to make it just to show how easy it actually is to make an ASA. It's a little scary how easy it is, actually. I don't know anything about Rev or Gradient or Spindle Yarn or Fair Meme Token, Vestige. I know nothing about this. And I don't know anything about Kitsune Inu, but I will tell you, it doesn't make sense because Kitsune is fox and Inu is dog. So you're basically saying fox dog, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Like Inu, when you say Shiba Inu, it's a type of dog, and Inu means dog, literally in Japanese. And Kitsune in Japanese means fox. Maybe it doesn't have to make sense, but I don't know. It just kind of drives me nuts. Let's just, can we look at, can I pull all these up? Oh, I guess not. I guess you could by, can you hide the, it's hard to say because, okay, here's a verified. Yeah, the Fair Meme Token is like the top of the verifieds. I wouldn't even worry about the non-verifieds. Who is a tiny girl? Interesting. I don't know what that's all about. Is that like the reaction to Tiny Man? Maybe. Here's that Spindle Yarn one, Gradient. Yeah, so that's why they're on that one because it must filter out. Apparently, this Kitsune Inu. One thing to understand about this and why you might want to ignore these major gains in these unverified assets is that they literally will show up. All you have to do is you create the coin by filling out, you go to a certain website and fill out like four fields of information. Basically what your coin is called, how many coins exist total, and like a couple other things like the person made it or something like that. And then you do a pair to provide liquidity. All you do is a pair. You make a liquidity pair on Tiny Man, and then you come back here and you will see it show up as having a price. And so theoretically, you own all, and you'll have all that coin. So theoretically, you're a millionaire on paper, but in reality, you're not because there's not enough liquidity for you to even take that payout. So that's why you see these projects. That's why they don't rug pull right away. Like they try to generate interest and get people to pick up the coin. And when enough people have the coin, there's enough liquidity, they can yank it. Which it seems like there might be a way to stop that if Tiny Man just had some kind of some kind of stopper on it, some kind of thing where if it would stop the transaction if it's too big. But that's the whole thing, right? Because then it becomes decentralized, or it starts becoming centralized. So that's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Remember, guys, you can leave comments in the comment section, and if you have questions, you can leave them there, and I will answer them. Anything about Algorand or crypto in general, or just general financial questions in general, but even if it's like stocks, whatever, I can talk about that. I'm always very careful not to give advice, but I can tell you what I would do, or just like general strategies, that kind of stuff. So let's see. Let's go to the boring one first. And just this is more of like a talking point, I guess, than news. So their whole thing is Algorand's multiple partnerships are a boon, but does Algo feel the same way? By the way, AMB crypto, you need a question mark there. Just a little grammar thing. Let me see here. So the thing I want to talk about, because they don't really, this is the part I want to highlight, because I'll just highlight it here. Over the last 6 months, the Algorand network has entered into partnership deals with FIFA, Keon Foundation, the Nigerian government, Developing Africa Group, and Coinbase. However, no much needed relief for Algo just yet. Well, yeah, so here's the thing, and I think I've talked about this, and I just hate these articles really annoy me. Yeah, apparently when this thing was written, which is like a few days ago, it was at 29 cents. These partnerships aren't going to raise the price of the coin in a bear market. So that's not how it works. I mean, it might give a little spike, but it's not. If you think the coin is just going to take off just because there's some partnership news, like we're well past that stage that can even happen. So I just think it's funny that we keep seeing articles like this, and I just don't think they really understand how it works. And I just want to explain this to people. Like, these partnerships are good. They're very, very good. They're good long term. It's not going to like boost short term price action most of the time. But what it does is this brings new users into the system, and the more users into the system, the more valuable the coin is. Now, remember, right now it's basically giving away coin, so that's pretty tough on price action, right? Like, why is Bitcoin valuable? Because it's getting harder and harder to get new coin, so there's a scarcity built in. You don't have that scarcity. You don't have that scarcity here because, like, we're really like you can join governance and get practically free coin. Now it's a little better than when you could just get staking coins. But eventually, all that's going to have to stop. At some point, they'll just run out of. There won't be that much spare coin, and the value will have to come from other ways by actual usage. And this is where these partnerships come in. This is why this is important. So I just want people to keep that in mind. There was a really good video. I wish I could. You know what? I can pull it up really quick. I can find out who that was. Oh yeah, the Adam Bergman show. So, and in fact, I'll show you this because he commented. I'm going to give that away, but I'll just do it this way. Hold on. I want to show this because I think it's okay. Let me just switch tabs here. This one. Okay, so you can see the Adam Bergman show responded to me. He was talking about why it's really, really important, and you should check this out. The video was called "How Much Algorand Do You Need to Retire?" Let's do the math. So it was kind of about how much Algorand you need, but it was also about what has to happen within Algorand. So I thought it was a great video. You should go check it out. He seems like a nice guy so far. I haven't talked to him a lot other than this, but as I said, I've been saying something similar all along. The partnerships are more important than just what's on the surface. It's growing the usage, transactions, etc. And then I said, interesting video. He loved it and said, appreciate you. Absolutely 100. Growing volume in transactions is the key. Quantity, not quality of transactions in a sense. Yeah. I would argue maybe both of those things are very important, but that's the basic idea. So when we talk about these partnerships, they're really important for growing the ecosystem. But the other part of that too is it's really important for crypto to one day get to the point where you don't have to understand it that much, because that's when you're going to see the biggest adoption, right? Like we're kind of in the GeoCities stage of, of crypto, where most of the early on, it was kind of computer geeks using the internet, and like a few people who just kind of wanted to be cutting edge, I guess. We didn't have it wasn't nearly as ubiquitous as it was today. I actually used, this is going to date me a lot, but I used the internet for the first time. Man, I can't get my hat straight. I used the internet for the first time when I was a senior in high school in 1997. That gives you an idea how old I am. And again, this is 97. Watch TV from the 90s. You just don't hear the internet mentioned much. It just wasn't ubiquitous, even though it had been around for a while at that point. So when you see this stuff, it's really important to get to the stage where it's like your iPhone. Like, you don't need to know how it works. you need to know how to turn it on and do the things you want to do, but you don't have to care about the underlying technology. Right now, you have everyone asking, well, what is crypto? And you have all these really technical explanations that goes over most people's heads. Most people who are saying it probably goes over their head too. And I say that fully as someone who, when I try to explain Bitcoin to people, it's pretty tough. The thing is, like, because what you need instead is you need here's what you can do with it. Like that has to replace how does it work? Because no one right now is saying, gosh, how does the iPhone work? Tell me about how I just touch a thing on here and it knows. How does it know that? No one cares. I mean, someone cares, but people don't need to know that to use it. And that's where crypto has to get to. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. The title of today's video, and the reason I want to go through this stuff, is there is some really cool stuff going on this is not where I was going to start, but I'll start here. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff going on in games. I kind of use this Algo Gaming Guild's site. It's called blog.algogamingguild.io. It looks to be a Medium page, but they have it on their own site. I'm not sure how that works. I've never done that. Sorry, I just had to take a water break here. One of the ones I thought was really interesting is the Drone Racing League. So I guess, according to this last week, Drone Racing League revealed that they are building a play-to-own drone racing game on everyone's favorite blockchain, Algorand. I mean, I don't know if it's everyone's favorite. Right now, it's my favorite. It seems to work the best. I don't know what play-to-own means. I'm guessing that might be more of, I was kind of talking about this with some people. Like, I think there's a little too much emphasis on play-to-earn. If it is what I think it is, because what I was saying is that what it should be is you play these games and you keep your assets, and then you can sell your assets instead of the company owning it. Now, everyone wants to go a little further and make it an earning game where you actually earn rewards on top of that. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but I think the most palatable application for people is well, first off, they shouldn't even know it's an NFT, right? Like, let's say I'm playing Fortnite, right? And I buy some kind of gun for my character. I don't know, can you buy guns? I played it for a little while. Anyway, let's just say it's a skin. Okay, so I buy a skin for my character for my game. And a year down the road, I don't want that anymore. I can sell that for credits on the game to someone else, right? Like this could be an NFT. Basically, the way that enables that is like blockchain technology, and it's an NFT. So maybe it isn't a game play to earn game, or where I have to spend like $400 on a skin, right? But maybe it's just the simplest application that you buy it and you own it and you can sell it again, right? This is what I'm talking about. So I think this is what this is. Anyway, it says each week they plan to share info about the game on their Discord. Yeah, because I love Discord. And this week we got our first release. We summarized the information below. Anyone's excited about the coming game? It's going to be a Mario Kart style racing game. I think that's super cool. And you will win some tokens. So it actually does sound a little bit like play to earn, but following your drone on the map, you build it, hit random item crates, which contain items. They give you advantage or disadvantage other players. So basically Mario Kart, right? Like you get the little question boxes, and then you get fireballs and red shells and things like that. It sounds like it'll be something along those lines. So I'm pretty excited about this. I wish I had some gameplay. That'd be really cool. But you'll be able to make your own maps, and this should say drone. So your drone will have a drone body, motor, props, two massive modules that can set up. You set up pregame. Now this could be kind of cool because, again, I'm probably dating myself, but there was a really cool NES game called. Actually, I don't remember what it's called, but it was like an RC. It was like you were racing RC cars. So it's kind of like an off-road game. And the cool part is you could use your winnings to buy upgraded like wheels, upgraded motor, suspension, yada yada. And in the game, pretty impressive for NES, by the way. But in the game, you could actually you would see your car's assets would improve. Its aspects would improve. It could go faster. It would handle the corners better. As you got better stuff. So it was pretty neat. It was pretty neat, really. And it kind of sounds like this might be similar, which I think is really cool. It says you will be able to create new components for your drone through an in-game assembly mechanic. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is cool. I think this is really cool. I haven't really followed Drone Racing League a lot. Like, as I understand it, before this, it was basically betting on drones in real life, which I don't find that interesting. I mean, the drones are cool, but then I came across this other one, and this was right below, so I had a tab pulled up for it too, but this is NRPG. So yeah, you're gonna like this. So the dev of NRPG, whose name is Trucked, released a fun walkthrough testing video, and we absolutely loved it. The level of detail and color is just incredible. Truck is a legend in the RPG world, and we can't wait to see more. So he doesn't have. I'm going to switch tabs here. You guys digging this, by the way? I think this is really cool. So I'm going to show you this. We're going to watch just a little bit of this video, and the bonus is, I have it pulled up on here. The bonus is I can take a little rest. I just think this looks really cool. Let me know if you can. So I'm getting like Chrono Trigger / Dragon Quest vibes, or Dragon Warrior, I guess it was called back in my day, in the American version. Right? Actually, what it makes me think of is, was it Final Fantasy 3, which I think it was 6 in Japan, but it was 3 here, something like that. Great game. Never finished it, but great game. Yeah, so what do you guys think about that? How about I shut that down? I think that looks really cool. I love those old school RPGs. It looks like something out of basically the Super NES era, which I love. I had one of my favorite games of all time was Chrono Trigger. I think it was such a freaking cool game. I even played Chrono Cross on PlayStation, but I don't think it was as cool. But I can't really remember much about it, to be honest. I don't know. I think this game looks really cool. This is the kind of stuff. I think games. It's actually a collaborative game, RPG apparently, which is kind of cool. I don't understand that. I gotta look more into this. So I know that's pretty cool, and I think there's one more I want to show you guys. Oh yeah, wait, no. Okay, that one. Can I? No, I can't. Let me show you this one. Should be this one. Yep, there it is. So this one, I wasn't that excited about it when I heard about it because I thought it looked, I don't know, a little bit silly. Because it seems like we got like maybe 3 Pokemon clones right now. Actually, this one looks sort of cool. So I think this is the, oh, no, that wasn't it. Dang it. No, that is it. Maybe it's a little down. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I don't fully know what's going on because it looks like the health bar is going kind of back and forth. Or am I wrong about that? Interesting. So that's Fractal Monsters. I think that one looks halfway decent. Looks like fun. I like when they have a little bit of an action element. So it's not the same as Alchemon, which if you can check my channel, I've got a video of him, the founder of Alchemon, Clifford. We kind of talk about. We have a good interview for that, about a half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I think a lot of cool things coming, and that was just a small part of the projects that are coming up on Algorand. So a lot of cool stuff, man. I'm really excited. It doesn't mean I'm going to play them all, but I like the idea that they exist, and I like the idea that they're not just on Discord. Because I don't know, I don't get excited about Discord games. That just doesn't. It seems like a lot of sending things to different addresses. It's just not that interesting to me. But I think the other one are pretty cool. Hey, Caitlin, what's going on? Is it Caitlin? Caitlin Guzman, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming into the live stream. Yeah, I love having all this stuff out there. I think it's great for the ecosystem. It's great for keeping that Algorand moving. So bring on more of it. I should really check out that site too. I'm going to list it one more time. It's blog.algogamingguild.io. So there's actually quite a few. They do like a weekly update, and you can see all of them. I'll probably highlight this more often, maybe once a month, something like that, because there's a lot of cool stuff on there. Catlin, so I said it right the first time, huh? Okay, cool. Hey, remember, guys, if you got any questions, leave them in the chat. We got a few minutes left for questions. I'm going to look for some on that people asked me during the week, but feel free in the meantime, make sure you leave your questions in the chat. It's not really here's a good one. Someone asked me when you commit to governance, do the assets leave the pair wallet? And the answer is no, they do not. No matter what wallet you're using, your assets never leave your wallet. That's one of the nice things about governance, and why it's a nice, safe thing to do, is like nothing can ever happen to it. It's on your wallet. It stays there. It's also the challenge because you have to be careful not to spend it all. So a lot of people actually create a second wallet just for governance, just to make sure that they don't spend below their committed amount. Because if you commit 600 algo to governance, you have to make sure that your balance never goes below 600, and they do know. Yeah, the minute you go below it, you are basically kicked out of governance. So very important point. Yeah, I had someone's NFT scam punisher was not happy about Townstar. I did a Townstar video, which is not Algorand related, a different blockchain, because I've been playing that one. And my review wasn't very positive because the coin became just about worthless, and so I spent like almost $300 on an NFT just for nothing. And he said like they actually changed what you actually changed the amount of coin you get per NFT, which is pretty lame, I think. I don't know if that's really true, but it wasn't for me. Mine was 3 all along. Yeah, people didn't. Oh, I did a thing on Algorand governance this week, and people did not. I don't know. A lot of people were really mixed about it. Actually, governance is pretty low risk, which is, I wouldn't say zero risk, but pretty close to zero risk. It's probably not totally untrue. I argued that there's probably better opportunities in DeFi, and it's really a bummer that DeFi didn't get to participate in governance. But also, I kind of understand. I think the double rewards tick some people off, or I should say double voting power. Let's see. What else we got? Yeah, I just remember. Hmm, okay, hi. Is there an egg token? What do you mean by that? Can you explain that further, guy? Let me know what that means. I'm going to keep going through some of the stuff from the week. Yeah, let me know what you mean by that. Anyone else who has questions, by the way, make sure you leave them in the comments. Yeah, some people said that it was the double voting power they didn't like. Let's see. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't get a lot of questions this week. Mostly I got, well, one person said, why is this black and white forcing people to lock up their algo? I wonder if people could lock up some of their algo and use some of their DeFi. Yeah, I mean, you can. I actually did that well, this last one I did that. And then I just said, screw it. There's just better stuff to do I can do with my coin than sitting locked in governance. So that's just me. Someone else said, yeah, I just want to see demand for a project, not just hype. So he talked about the hype behind Cosmic Champs, LimeWire, and Napster. Yeah, I kind of get that. I think we do have some projects that are open, but yeah, Cosmic Champs coming out will be nice. I'm really not sure about LimeWire and Napster. I think time will tell. Didn't love that they put their first NFT project on Ethereum. Just my thoughts. It really did get a lot of comments. Probably, maybe the most of any video I put out was my "Is Algorand governance doomed?" which I fully admit was a little bit cheesy. Oh yeah, someone got really mad about my Townstar review. They're like, what did they say? I wasn't like I wasn't allowed to make a video about Townstar because I didn't put enough money into it. Well, I'm glad I didn't. I'd really be screwed. Let's see. I got some good. Yeah, I point these out, but really, like the majority of people are positive, which is really cool. I like that, so that makes me really happy. By the way, guys, just so you know, Sunday is not my normal time. It's usually Saturday, but I just was too busy yesterday, and that will happen from time to time. But I do try to get there on Saturday. Oh, Algorand Gaming Guild. I get you. I don't do well with. Is there? I don't know. We can find out really quick. Let's see. Catlin, we'll get to that in just one second. Is there an Algorand? I don't think there is, but okay, to answer your question, there is an Algo Gaming Guild coin. It is not verified, so I don't know if that is their coin for sure or not, but there is one in existence. So if you look it up on, I typed in, if you go to Tiny Chart and punch in, well, you can punch in AGG, that will come up, and you will find a coin. However, I don't know anything about it. I'd be really mindful about non-verified coins because who knows. So just to be careful about that. Yeah, he's excited, right? Let's see. Catlin, she came in a little late. Says, did you see Alchemon is on Humble with an LP? Actually, I didn't. Humble is on my list of videos to make. Why don't we just take a look? In fact, I will let you take a look with me. I was trying to remember why I didn't do I'll connect to my wallet really quick. That's okay. Here we go. Oh, Algo sticks on there. Algo USDC. There's search. on the farm. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, 228% too. That's not too bad. Well, the thing loads really slow compared to the other ones, but there it is. Yep, and 55 days too. Well, that's good because I think I've been getting here. We'll go back to that's cool because I've been earning because I got the Alcamon NFT, so I've been earning like so much every Saturday or whatever it is they pay out. I did a live stream where I played Alchemon for an hour straight. I wanted to see how much I could earn. And I'll tell you, it was not much. Probably better off. I'd be better off just buying the critters, making the money, and then staking it. But it's fun to play. It's fun to pull up once in a while and play a few games and just call it a day. So yeah, it would need a lot more development to be like a kind of game you want to go back and play a lot. But I did. Catlin, if you want to check that out, I did do a video interview with Clifford, who's the founder of Alchemon. So if you want to check that out, you might like that one. I thought it was pretty interesting. I'm always really interesting just to talk to these folks and find out like what exactly goes behind this. Well, it is really hard to adjust a hat on screen when it's like the opposite. I give up. Wait, yeah, this way. Well, I just made it way worse. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta like go in a mirror and do that beforehand. Oh, you did watch it. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm gonna put that on screen. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Catlin. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the games that are coming up. I think there's going to be some good options, and I'm excited about the partnerships that will probably not affect me in any way because I think they're really good for the Algorand ecosystem. So, well, anything else that you want? Like I said, the normal time is normally we do this on Saturday around this time, usually around 6. It was just a little too hectic on Saturday this time, so I had to do it today instead. And yeah, make sure if you're watching the replay, make sure to check out the links in the description. There's some good bonuses in there. The best one I think is with Lofty AI, which is one of my favorites projects on Algorand. It doesn't get a lot of play. Not a lot of people talk about that one for some reason. And the returns aren't like astronomical like some of these other things, but they're pretty solid, and I like that. So we get a little bit of money every day from that. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. My voice is going away, so I'm gonna have to end the stream. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hold your algo, stay safe out there, and as always, we will see you in the future.